So welcome proper to game one. Abyssion almost going to be taking the stock, but he's just not spamming the right moves this time.
Listen, what are you talking about? Not spamming the right moves? I don't know. That Nair was looking mighty clean in that moment. You know,
Nair is actually a really good move. If you're going to be pressing one button a lot on a stage like Smashville as Pikachu, like that's the one to do it. Up air is a little bit too committal because Wolf could just be staying with his boots to the ground and then punish accordingly, which we've actually been seeing a decent amount of from LemonTea. But Nair ends up covering so much space, and there's a lot of reward on it for if Abyssion manages to find it. However, he's not finding it just yet. LemonTea finds yet another kill. This stage almost assuredly his, and as far as the momentum for this game one is concerned, game one's also looking like it's LemonTea's, unless Abyssion has something to say about it.
And this is just kind of, I really do think that, like, you know, as much as you really do love to see Smashville,
I don't think Abyssion likes to see Smashville. I don't think he likes it one bit.
I don't. Who started on this stage again? I don't know, because listen, that stage is not a stage that I really think, you know, I think we've seen ESAM do pretty well on it, but you really have to, if you're gonna run away, which I know we love, you know, a lot of the Thunder Jolts.
We're seeing it. We're seeing it. It's almost like it's Scooby-Doo when you take the mask off the villain to see his old man Jenkins. The Ness returns. Oh, I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. Now, Ness against Wolf does leave a lot to be desired, but a very strong anti-air game and the value of PK Fire and Thunder mean that these platforms are going to almost assuredly belong to Abyssion, so long as he keeps his sneakers on the ground.
And definitely the one thing that, you know, LemonTea needs to keep in mind for is their positioning as well, because, you know, they have a lot of tools to kind of just really deny a lot of space, especially from Ness being a small, stubby little boy who, you know, has magic powers. It's just one of those situations where if, you know, LemonTea is on their game, you know, they can definitely just make sure that, you know, Abyssion does not have any room to just breathe, any room to get their PK fires, and
LemonTea threaded the needle to not get hit by that PK Thunder and manages to sneak with the first kill in his favor because of it. Oh, that's rough.
Wow.
I was going to say, a lot of this matchup comes down to how effectively Ness can take that stage control. Because if center stage belongs to Ness, this match just gets exponentially easier. Because once we're off stage, you start to be able to deny a ton of space from Wolf. And find your kills just as easily. Once the battle finds its way to the ledge, we get that 2-2 count.
We love that. You know, only being at 65%, so not too much damage, but damage nonetheless, and damage that you can make up, especially with these combos, reading that landing right there, just trying to pile up as much damage as you can in maybe like 3 or 4 hits, not really trying to, you know, keep it too much, but for sure, ooh, that down smash looked like it was going to kill, but it didn't.
It's a bit of a messy bout for stage control, but, you know, Abyssion's fighting tooth and nail for it. Because like I was saying, like, once he gets LemonTea into the air, that's a lot of easy ways of finding damage, and if not damage, like, surely bringing him to the ledge. The battle gets a bit easier there, but also, like, you don't want Wolf fighting on his own control. It's the Wolf flashes. I constantly am surprised, not just how often LemonTea uses it, but how often he makes it work in so many creative ways.
Listen, you can use that Wolf Flash everywhere, I'm telling you. This is a secret strat. I don't know.
It's unique. It's definitely unique. And he makes it work. Put respect on his name. And that was a really shallow recovery with the Wolf Flash, but it was just with the Doctor order to get Ness away from the ledge.
Absolutely, and we're seeing, you know, a little bit of a scary situation for LemonTea, but that up smash to spot dodge, LemonTea classic. You guys don't know about that. I don't know. But yeah.
Hold on, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, he didn't hold it long enough. Oh, almost. That's a Wolf at 165. Yeah, it's not going to take too much more to be able to swing him out.
For sure, but
it's tied stocks now. I feel like LemonTea has a really comfortable control of the tempo of this game. Like, he's been doing a good job of setting it. Oh, and that back air almost securing it, but just a little bit more on his end. Oh, we do be floating.
We be stalling. But for how long?
You know, it gives Abyssion just a little bit more time to figure out what to do in this matchup. Like, once Ness... Yeah, look at that reversal! Oh, no. I mean, that's not killing, but we are deep off stage. And we're not in position to be using any of our smash attacks to linger at the ledge. Yo-Yo comes in so clutch against Spaceys.
I mean, we haven't seen too much. We've seen, you know, Yo-Yo just like charge for a second and then not really, you know, getting too much off of it. But I feel like we need to see a little bit more better ledge trapping situations from Abyssion because, you know, although there's been pressure, it's just not really been enough for, you know, them to warrant, you know, killing LemonTea. And speaking of that, up smash is gonna take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the Ness, it's working. It still works. Shook the rust off him real quick. Made it look not kind of nice.
The Ness is sticking.
Yo, I think LemonTea like ducked at the very first opportunity he had, and that's why he dodged that PK Thunder. Oh, that was so good. Like, as much as I clown on a lot of players for making silly decisions, like, I gotta put respect when they do smart things like that. Alright, we're going into game 3. That Ness is staying on the board. No reason for it to go home.
2, 1, go!
Ooh, already, you know, coming out, throwing that PK Fire and
Yo?
the demons. I don't know.
Y'all are at less than 30%. We're 15 seconds in. I know they're both out for blood, but they don't gotta play like this. It's a little unnecessary.
I mean, what is unnecessary when you have all the necessary tools to use it like you can? Hello.
I suppose, although I feel like if we're going to be playing recklessly like that, like Abyssion cannot be giving into that type of tempo. Like I was saying earlier, like LemonTea is really the one who's calling the shots here, and like Wolf gets to do that. Wolf gets to play very aggressively because he has the air acceleration to move in the air to put out those hitboxes where he needs to and have a safe landing. He can afford to fool around off stage when you're close to the ledge like that. Ness has to be far more careful. This manages to find the first stock, but it's only once that battle finds itself to the ledge and he starts dragging around LemonTea.
And it's looking like, you know, Abyssion is going to be at the ledge and struggling, and this is where, you know, Wolf has a good time.
Indeed, but it's without picking those right options. Up smash does manage to find the mark the second time around. There's too heavy of a cat and mouse game, and I feel like Abyssion is chasing so hard. Like, he's finding a lot of damage onto himself that he doesn't really have to take.
And I also feel like he's not really choosing a lot of the better positions that he wants to be in. You know, a lot of the time it ends up him not really being in a good enough, you know, kind of position to kind of just do, you know, a lot of safe things, especially against Wolf, to really gain control of this kind of, you know, stage and whatnot.
You know, one thing I want to highlight about Abyssion's Ness, like, even though it's staying toe-to-toe with LemonTea, which is no small feat, like, when you talk about, like, the notable Ness players here in Tri-State, like, Syrup's, of course, one of the first names that come to mind. And when you think of, like, his Ness, you see a lot of Psy-Magnet movement. We're seeing almost none of that from Abyssion unless it's used to stall off stage. I feel like that would be a really good tool to be utilizing in this matchup aggressively, as opposed to passively like that, because then you have an active hitbox to approach Wolf with. And it's a combo starter.
But I also feel like, you know, Abyssion is, you know, we already know them from being back in the Smash 4 days.
Yeah, no,
so...
he's an old head. Like, that's why I'm saying this is a very vintage looking Ness. Mind you, it's still sharp enough to stay up to par with LemonTea. Like, I can't be understating that. This Ness didn't just come out of nowhere at work. Like, there's definitely years under that baseball cap. But I feel like there's a lot of ways that Ness has advanced, that modern Nesses have been able to showcase that you don't have to struggle in certain regards. And a lot of nair on shield is really hurting in the long run, I feel.
I also have to mention those stubby hands. Just with the grab off of that up smash, I'm so sorry. Like, this boy is so tiny. We hate it here.
Hey, for LemonTea's sake, you better be liking it. You do not want to be caught in the hands of Ness at these percentages. No, Wolf Claw is going to be managing to eke out that game 3. But as a reminder, winners finals, losers finals, grand finals, best of 5 territory. So we are in it for the long haul here.
We are here for the ride. And the ride is looking mighty comfortable for LemonTea, if we're going to be just a little bit honest. You know, that Ness did come out for a moment, for a time. Oh.
Hey, yo?
Oh. Are we going to see it? Dang it! Wait. Hold on. Oh my god.
We took a very turbulent ride across the character flex screen.
We was cruising off the coast of the tri-state. I don't know.
Oh, it was a little spooky, but no, we see the return of the Pikachu. And I think it does have a place in this battle. It's just a matter of making sure that you don't get caught out by LemonTea's more aggressive options, because, you know, that up smash, that random wolf flash, like, these options that LemonTea's really comfortable with putting out when he knows he has stage control, they matter a lot more against the likes of a light character like Pika.
And you can't afford to lose out on any damage, especially against this character, because we all know what Pikachu can do.
Oh, yeah. No. Like, Pika definitely not struggling on the front of putting out the damage. And, you know, we've seen Abyssion showcase that. Although, what I'm kind of worried about is, you know, making sure that he doesn't take too much damage along the way, because LemonTea has been showcasing fantastic control over the tempo of matches, due in part to, even though he'll take a couple of hits, he deals it right on back.
We're already seeing a little bit of that situation where we need to see... Ooh, that was almost death there, but this is a little bit scary, especially for LemonTea, because, you know, Abyssion has been having a lot of control this entire game. That was a really nice downer right there, and still managing to recover very safely, but that up tilt at 99% on a Pikachu is gonna take that stock.
Yo, off the platform too, that's rough. Like, you just gotta hold that.
I can just hear Pikachu and their dying sound.
He does say Pika for many occasions. All I would say, actually.
Listen, I don't know about this rat, but we do know about this rat. Listen.
We do be knowing about this rat. I actually really like the fact that Pikachu came back for Game 4, because it shows like some semblance of control from Abyssion. It's like, he knows this character works, he knows that this is what's practiced, he knows this is what could win. And so, you know, back against the wall, Pika comes out, and it keeps her a very competitive game. These percentages have been bouncing back and forth, and he's the one who's been in the lead as far as the taking stocks count is concerned. Because, like, if he's going to take a stock and then swiftly lose one to LemonTea snapping back, he's eventually going to win out on those trades.
And I think a lot of situations for, you know, where Abyssion needs to really kind of hold that stage presence, they've definitely been doing that a lot more times often than not than, you know, LemonTea themselves, because they've just been struggling. We normally see them at the ledge. We've seen that they've been able to do things at the ledge, but I just feel like, you know, Abyssion really has a lot of control, especially when it comes to the ledge. But that up smash is going to take that stock, and we're going to see LemonTea in a, you know, nice lead for a little bit. And
yeah, the fact that LemonTea has had the perseverance to keep on making this battle go back to center stage, I think is why he's managed to change the momentum of the match to his favor. Because, like, he's not trying to play off stage with Pika, because that's what happens with Pika. Pika gets on top of you, Pika finds kill. Like, it's not even just the damage, there's more opportunity for Pikachu off stage, or off the ledge, in fact. So LemonTea retreating to center stage, using Blast Warning as the opportunity, or just diving around with dash attack and Nair, I think is super smart. It's simple, but it's a very reliable plan.
for sure, though. But we're seeing, Abyssion at 81%. And, you know, although Pikachu can make up a lot of damage, this is looking way scarier than it needs to be, especially knowing how strong Wolf is.
You know, it's tough to fight back from all that. But, again, like, Pika damage. Pika damage just sort of happens, and LemonTea has very little to say about the matter. I think staying evasive has been working super well. We saw a lot of it in Stock 2. Stock 3 has just been all LemonTea just having Abyssion follow him and just eating damage on the way in. Because of that, look at this. It's Pikachu at like almost 130. And not looking too hot right now.
I mean, that back throw isn't going to take it. But I think people don't really know about, like, you know, when it comes to back throw is surprisingly, like, weak. You can live up to obscenely high percents, like, as Wolf 2. Like, just because of how many times they will...
Oh! Yo, the shenanigans are afoot. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. It's a bit goofy out here. But it's going to end out in LemonTea favor. Up till it gets it done one more time, and that's a 3-1 stock round. So, LemonTea going to be sitting in winner side grands. We're sure to see him later on tonight. But right now, we're going to have to see how Abyssion fares against the winner between Delta and Unknown, because that's going to be the last best of 3 of the night. That's Losers semifinal coming up.